It's basically how the life of a star goes. Now, the reason why this is interesting, this part tells us what the end of our lives is going to be like. One of the stars in the Alpha Centauri system will do this, I'm pretty sure. Sirius, which is a nearby star and it's really bright, will either turn into a neutron star or a black hole after supernova-ing. And when that happens, things aren't going to look good. And the poor Earth is going to die.
Okay. That boy's name is Jacob Barnett, and he has calculated the exact moment of the termination of all life on Earth. Ignorance is bliss. The extinction of life on this planet is something I don't want to know about. Imagine how this knowledge must feel to a 12-year-old kid. Jacob is no ordinary kid. With an IQ of over 170, Jacob is working on an alternative theory of relativity to enhance Einstein's E equals mc squared. Like Albert Einstein, Bill Gates, Sir Isaac Newton, Thomas Jefferson, the list goes on. Jacob Barnett has Asperger syndrome. Not everyone with Asperger's is a genius. Asperger syndrome is a developmental disorder that affects a person's ability to socialize and communicate effectively with others. Children with Asperger syndrome typically exhibit painful social awkwardness and an all-absorbing, almost obsessive interest in specific topics. Doctors group Asperger syndrome with other conditions that are called autistic spectrum disorders or pervasive developmental disorders. These disorders all involve problems with social skills and communications. Asperger syndrome is generally thought to be at the milder end of this spectrum. While there's no cure for Asperger syndrome, if your child has the condition, treatment can help him or her learn how to interact more successfully in social situations. According to Lois Chang of WebMD, Asperger syndrome symptoms include engaging in one-sided, long-winded conversations without noticing if the listener is listening or trying to change the subject. Displaying unusual nonverbal communication, such as lack of eye contact, few facial expressions, or awkward body postures and gestures. Showing an intense obsession with one or two specific narrow subjects, such as baseball statistics, train schedules, weather, or snakes. In a recent seminar on Asperger's that I attended in Kona, the lecturer, Dr. Jay Burke, told us about a kid who knows everything, I mean everything there is to know about the life cycle of a squid. He has all his data on squid extremely organized, but it is all he knows. The rest of his life is a shambles. Asperger kids appear not to understand, empathize with, or be sensitive to other kids' feelings. They have a hard time reading other people or understanding social situations. They often speak in a voice that is monotonous, rigid, or unusually fast. They usually move clumsily with poor coordination, and they usually dress in ways that are strange and different. Have you ever watched that movie, The Breakfast Club? You know, with Emilio Estevez and Molly Ringwald? Do you remember that character played by Ali Sheedy? Now, she was a total Asperger's kid. Unlike children with more severe forms of autism spectrum disorders, those with Asperger syndrome usually don't have delays in the development of language skills. But children with Asperger syndrome may have difficulties holding normal conversations. Conversations may feel awkward and lack the usual give and take of normal social interactions. In her article, Asperger Syndrome, A Clinical Account, Lorna Wing states toddlers and school-aged children with Asperger syndrome may not show an interest in friendships. In the science journal, Science Direct, Amy Klin provides us with this good advice. All kids have their quirks, and many toddlers show a sign or symptom of Asperger syndrome at some point. It is natural for small children to be egocentric, and many children show a strong interest in a particular topic, such as dinosaurs or a favorite fictional character. These generally aren't reasons to be alarmed. However, if your elementary school child has frequent problems in school or seems unable to make friends, it's time to talk with your child's doctor. These difficulties may have many possible causes, but developmental disorders such as Asperger syndrome need to be considered. And don't worry, Jacob Barnett knows that Sirius is going to go supernova, and we are going to get a serious gamma ray suntan. But what he didn't say was, it's not going to happen for another 250 million years.
Thank you. Thank you very much.